It's whether or not your school allows curriculum design to enable it to occur.
Right. No, thank you for bringing that up. Yeah, absolutely right. From the experience that we have, if the school's not fully behind it, if your leadership team's not fully behind it, it has implications right the way across the curriculum and the way you teach teachers. Absolutely right.
When you've got primary school, you've got one teacher having more time with those students, yes, that can control them and organise. Secondary school, it can work if it's facilitated, but you do see kids less frequently.
Right.
So it's about, I mean, you could get it to work in theory by getting a group of teachers together and doing it together and having a kind of situation where they all planned it together. They're all on different bits, but you do tend to need one person to take responsibility and accountability.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. And this is one of the challenges about using this approach at any level of school is the amount of organisation that's involved and the way that the timetable works.
I would say done well, it's much better than what most kids get in this country at secondary level. Done badly, it's much worse.
It's a shambles. Absolutely.
And there are some people out there giving it real bad names.
Yeah.
Some people out there giving it amazing names.
Yeah, and you know, I'm not going to say that isn't true because any strategy used badly is going to be bad, and
yeah,
this one is particularly bad if you do it badly because it just turns into chaos.
But if you do it well, it's amazing.
If you do it well, then it can be brilliant, but it is absolutely right. And a lot of that, I think, is down to practice and skill and stuff that you know as a teacher. Particularly, that's why I keep coming back to drama strategies, because you really need to understand drama to practice.
I think it can be used in secondaries. I've used it a little bit with the group because I teach them with special needs children and I'm teaching them English, so I see them most days of the week.
Right.
If you've got that nurturing environment, that's the ideal setup.
Yes,
sort of.
absolutely.
And I've got a drama background, so I think it's
right,
the two together because there's a big confidence thing. You really are putting yourself on the line if you have a go at this, and you've just got to go in there and give it a go because there is a lot to do with your confidence as well in there, how you can handle the situation.
Sure.
But I think if you've got those, I think for those sorts of children, reluctant readers, reluctant writers, who will suddenly turn around and pick up a pen and start writing and then suddenly realise what they've done, that's really quite amazing when they'll do it for you for that reason, because it suddenly has a purpose.
Yeah.
And I think with a lot of those children, they've been told so many times, you can't do this, and everything that they've done has been about that. Suddenly to be told you're the expert,
right,
you can do this, they will pick up a pen and they will do whatever it is you've asked them to do because it has a reason.
Yeah,
and that's when it's really, really
well, yeah, Vygotsky said that play is like children are a head taller, and that's exactly why I started using it for the reason that you just described there, is that the kinds of things that children are prepared to do because they had purpose and meaning in the fiction seem to give me an extra set of tools, if you like, an extra way of working with children. And reluctant writers, you're absolutely right, you can start writing.
I was just going to say, I think actually what you were just saying about the similarity between narrative and the structure of the mantle is, you know, actually in their play, children don't go into role to be a rubbish knight, or do you know what I mean? They actually put themselves in the role of an expert anyway. So it's probably that it draws on that. You know, it's empowering, isn't it, to be an expert, even if you have no expert knowledge in something.
Absolutely.
And probably that's where the sort of the depth of learning comes from, is that the sense of ownership they have of, you know, something that otherwise they wouldn't have any ownership of. If we put them in the role of learner, and you know, as educator and they're learners, then actually it's an entirely different experience.
Well, I like the way you're doing that because it is about positioning.
Yeah, absolutely.
And if we in a normal relationship in the classroom, the teacher is the one who knows.
Yeah.
And if you can imagine it like a seesaw, the children are the ones who don't know. Then you need to create opportunities, I think, for children to explore different positions. I'm not saying that you don't have that position, that's an important position to have, but you can explore other positions in order to give children the opportunity.
And the status of, you know, you going into role as well, I guess, you know, one of the things probably to draw out that it's not about performance in the sense of you know, feeling that you're a great actor, and that, you know, actually it's about an acting, isn't it, which is different to acting.
Exactly. There's no
which is about
involvement.
taking and speaking the words with honesty that a person of higher or lower status might have.
Right.
But that actually, if you take on a low status character who has a problem to be solved, you know, the status of the pupils in that situation would then be high.
It lifts their
Yeah,
status. So
absolutely, yeah.
with here, she's not acting as their
No,
teacher.
yeah,
She's
absolutely.
representing the
Yeah.
role of Florence.
I think that's key, isn't it? The representation.
Exactly,
of the
and she's
roles.
doing
Yeah.
it in a way. Look, I mean, it's the kindness. This you can't see it. It's one of the photos here. She's holding her hand.
Mm.
She's taking her round because it's shocking. And that's the children.
Yeah.
That's an experience that the children are having. It's not the only experience they'll have, but the teacher's deliberately giving herself a lower status. She's representing somebody with a low status. Now her status will rise because she's someone with expert knowledge. So she'll change the status when she becomes the client,
Yeah.
because then she'll say, well, actually, I've got things that I can tell you that will